Hi there, I'm Chef Lauren Smith, and this is Comfort Food with a Conscience, where we show you how to cook your favorite comfort food recipes, but in such a way that it supports health and sustainability. Today we're going to have a lot of fun. We're playing with Halloween. What a better time than to have some comfort food, more particularly candy. I have really fond memories of candied apples at Halloween, so why not make some quasi-healthy ones, right? We have a beautiful little organic crab apple, and for the candy coating, we're going to use an organic fair trade muscovado sugar. And it's a simple recipe. We'll top it with some roasted beautiful cacao nibs. Easy, easy, easy. And the crab apples are a small portion, so we're not going to go overload on the sugar shock for Halloween. You guys are really going to like this one, so stay tuned. So to start off with your caramel, I have a nice large pan going on a medium-high heat. I'm going to add a cup of that really good fair trade organic muscovado sugar I was talking about. And you just want to sprinkle it evenly. And when you're melting sugar, you always want something to help you out a little bit. So I'm going to use about a quarter teaspoon of just water, and that gets everything moving. So while it's on the pan, you just want to keep swirling and swirling, and you'll start to see the sugar literally melting. And because this is naturally a darker sugar, you're going to get a really dark, like burnt amber color, and it's beautiful. So I'm going to let the water and the heat start doing its work. It's going to take about 3 minutes for it to really start liquefying. Just keep moving everything around in the pan. So at about 2 minutes, we're looking for all the granulated pieces of sugar to dissolve. We're just about there. There's a couple clumps, so just keep it moving and be really, really careful because this sugar right now is in excess of 200 degrees. It burns. Just keep everything moving around. And now this isn't going to look like a traditional caramel. Now if you're using the typical white granulated sugar, it would start as like liquid clear, then get darker and darker and darker. This is naturally dark, so we have to be really careful, and there's a lot of excess molecules in it. It's not as refined as that white sugar. So it's gonna be stickier and it's gonna be darker. But I'm waiting for this quick little hint of almost a burnt aroma, like almost a little nutty. And that means my caramel is just about there. So you can kind of see the darker coloring in here. That's what I want all of it to look like. Okay, so I really just got that first smell of it being a little burnt. So I'm going to add in about 6 tablespoons of butter. Use an organic butter, unsalted. You could use coconut butter or you could use cacao butter if you're doing vegan. And right away, it'll start liquefying. What you want to do is just keep swirling it around. I'm actually going to use a little whisk to make sure it incorporates evenly. Because the sugar is so hot, it can seize up when you add something cooler to it. So this is like a classic caramel recipe. It's a great thing to know how to do if you want to add it to some ice cream, make anything with caramel. And if you wanted caramel hard candy, you would just omit the butter. So you can see how the sugar almost instantly turns it into this lighter tan color. I'm going to take it off the heat, or just turn the heat off, and just keep stirring. There we go. We want it to be velvety, silky smooth. Okay. Let's just transfer this into a bowl. Be careful, like I said, it's really hot. And use a spatula because then you can get all the bits and pieces. And try to get all of it because the easier it'll be for cleanup if you get all the bits and pieces. When you let it sit and cool, you're gonna have all these pieces of caramel stuck to your pan. So get it in hot water right away. So my caramel is good to go, and I'm just gonna dip these little apples right on in and just give them a twist. You want about a 1/2 inch viewable of the apple itself. And I just bought little skewers from the craft store. Some of them are candy apple specific, but just buy whatever works. And then make sure you get the bottom. And then I just have a little piece of wax paper waiting for me. And I'm gonna go right onto my wax paper. Look at that. Beautiful. It doesn't have to sit up perfectly, but somewhere around there. So I'm just gonna keep doing this until all my apples are covered. And then I'm gonna sprinkle a couple of them with cacao nibs, and it's gonna be a pretty awesome Halloween treat. Okay, so this is my last one, and my toffee is starting to seize up on me a little bit just because it's cooling. So if you're gonna do more than 5 or 6 of them, I recommend that you put the toffee on top of a double boiler. That way it'll stay warm while you're dipping your apples. Okay, let's just get this last guy. And I have a big spot missing on this one, so what I can do is just take a spoon and ladle some of this right on over the spot that I missed, and it'll drip right down. Just go on the very top and just kind of fit it to the apple. It's kind of nice because you can mold it like clay almost. Just small little touches with your fingers so you don't burn them. Look at that, just like a little blanket around the apple. Okay, and then like I said, to avoid that, if you don't want to have to mess around with it so much, just put it on a double boiler. So because I know not everyone is crazy about chocolate, especially cacao nibs, because they aren't naturally sweet, I'm just gonna do a couple of these, and we can either take them off and give them a little roll right in my cacao nibs. And it's so glossy and hard already that it's kind of sticking. But you can sprinkle them on, you can add more caramel and then sprinkle the nibs back on. But you can use any kind of colored sugar, you can use nuts, almonds or peanuts would be a great addition for a little bit of protein. It's just really fun and simple. So here they are, our beautiful little candied crab apples. It's a fun, really cute way to play with a candied apple, and it's a great Halloween treat. So if you want to treat yourself a little bit better instead of eating that processed, junky kind of Halloween candy that comes in a wrapper and is way too much sugar and will send you into overdrive, give yourself a treat like this. Honestly, they're super fun to make. It's a great thing for kids to get involved with because they can put their favorite little toppings on them. You can see the 2 little ones I dusted with cocoa nibs. Kind of an adult treat, but what are you gonna do, right? It's absolutely delicious. So try these ones at home and you're gonna love them for a Halloween treat. Wrap them up in cellophane and give them off as a gift as well. So thanks again for watching this one, and we'll see you next time on Comfort Food with a Conscience.